In this video, I'm going to show how you can add a constant to create the reflection or simulate the reflection that's occurring on the screen for this cell phone shot. So I'm just going to go ahead and make a constant. And I'm going to make sure that it has an alpha channel, so RGB plus alpha. And then I will click on the little color swatch here to go in and make sure the alpha channel is at 1. And then I want to go and just pick a color. So let's say that I pick something like towards blue here. Okay, so let's say that that's my reflection that I decide that I want to just kind of animate to fade up and down. So I'm just going to make a few keyframes. So you could analyze the footage and take a look at kind of the timing of when this reflection is brighter on the cell phone, but there is definitely a variation that's happening on the screen as it turns. So to do this on the constant node here, we could go in here, set a keyframe, go forward and just change the overall brightness of this constant, maybe make it a bit darker. That makes a second keyframe. Go forward and just keep altering it. So ultimately what we have is just a constant that changes brightness over time. So in order to introduce this into our node tree, if I just zoom out a little bit here on the node tree and just make this bigger so you can see it. This is where the corner pin is happening, and we could just merge this in before the corner pin. So to do that, that just puts the constant right over top of it with this merge node. So we could bring the merge node down to, say, 19% or something like that. And if we scrub through time, we'll see a little bit of that, because it's blending at like 20%. We'll see as we go through time, we'll see this brightness change happening on the screen. So if I go ahead, and that just, the whole thing now just gets corner pinned with its brightness changes. So that's the fastest way to just kind of add in some kind of a quick simulated reflection to this node tree. And the reason that this is working well is that this constant has an alpha channel that's at 100. So if I view this, you can see it's got a solid white alpha channel. That's why it merges completely over top. So if this merge node were set at 1, it would be, completely replacing the app screen with the constant. One more thing to make sure that this actually works properly, if we look at the merge node here and look at the alpha, because we're merging it at 20%, it's actually creating an alpha channel that's at 20%. So we want to make sure that in this merge node, we don't output that alpha. So we just output RGB. We still get the brightness change happening, but down in our corner pin, we maintain a solid white alpha. And you can see if we leave the alpha being output here, what happens down in our corner pin is that we actually get a gray alpha. We don't get the alpha from the planar tracker node. So that's a quick fix. Just make sure that in this merge node, you are not outputting the alpha, just outputting RGB. That way the alpha can persist from the planar tracker. So that's it for this video.